Hi crafters, this is Amy. Just wanted to show you how I'm going to decorate this last box that I have. The one box I did, all the boxes are the same. They're these wooden boxes. I did not need to paint them. They have these beautiful gold trim on there already. And I've got 3 boxes that I'm doing. These 2 are done. Well, not quite done. Pretty much done. I have a tag here. I just want to finish inking on there. And I didn't want to put too many embellishments on there. I'm going to use these boxes in my 100 subscriber giveaway that is still up and coming. And I wanted to get this 3rd box done because the winner of that drawing is going to have a choice of the 3 boxes if they want them. This box here, I have this tag for that I'm still working on. I'll put that tag in there. And I am still going to put lining on the inside of this one. On the bottom I have added these buttons as just little feet. Okay. So what I wanted to show today was one of the things I have a hard time with is what am I going to use to decorate, and what, you know, or what paper am I going to use, and ribbon and other embellishments. And sometimes it's kind of hard to just pick. I know some people out there can just go to their pile and pick a few things and there they go. They can just put it all together and it's beautiful. I don't work quite that easily. So I'm going to try and show you kind of my thought process of how I choose different things that I use. This is just water I'm spraying on my working pad here. I'm going to clean off. This is one of those Ranger pads. I really do like it. Everything comes off of it nice and you can clean it up. So one thing I did make is I did take, this is just a tag that I took out of, you know, my stash, and I glued this piece of bark on there, that birch bark. This is bark that's really thin pieces that I've peeled off. You know, these thicker pieces like this, you can kind of peel them apart. So that's what that is. I do know I want to use that on my box. Okay, so here's the box. It's just like the other 2 boxes. Again, it has this really nice gold trim. So these particular boxes, you can see are nice wood. And so I'm going to use that trim so I don't have to either paint it or put trim on there. So here's my 3rd box. And I did know I wanted to start with the brown patterned paper. This box I started with this lighter tan color, and this box I started with this green color, but it's all the same texture. I'm not sure if I can get the texture on there. Anyway, it is textured, which makes it a little more interesting on there. So I did know I wanted to start with those papers. Then for the brown box, I knew I wanted to use some of the papers out of this Safari Chic matte stack. These are also textured. So what I did was I go through and I just kind of page through, and when I saw some paper that I liked, I tore it out. I did want to try and use this one that has the old map on there. So as I paged through this book, I chose these papers that I wanted to use as maybe, you know, double matting that. I'm not sure. And what I do is I pick things and then I just kind of set them on the table. So I didn't know if I wanted to go really safari. Do I want to pick out like these animal prints, or stick with, you know, more of the generic items out of there. So then I pulled out this 6x6 pack. It's a 7 Gypsies pack. I got this on peachycheap.com. If you have not been there, go there. They have a deal every day, really good deals. And so I went through this stack and I pulled out this paper, but then that's where I also pulled out this paper here that I covered this tag with. This was just another tag that I had. And seeing that I put the time piece on here and I have the watches on here. I don't know if you can see, it has a old clock on there. So that's why I wanted to make. So I also ended up making that tag by going through that paper. But because then I'm not sure I really wanted to go, you know, real safari or real animal themed. So then I pulled out this piece of paper that I maybe will mat things on. And then I went back to, I really like these. And seeing that these boxes I'm making that, you know, I put stamps and envelopes and things. That's where I keep my stamps and envelopes and my checks, you know, the physical checks that you write every once in a while. And you have to have stamps, and those things aren't always digital, so that's what I use them for. So I thought I'll go back with that. I have a few more sheets of this postcard paper that I really like. So I'm gonna probably get rid of this. I'm thinking I'm gonna get rid of this, because although it's a map, it's not really generic. You can, you know it's Africa. So I'm going to get rid of that, and then this doesn't quite match, so I'm going to go back this way. Then I got out my little container of these brads. I use these brads just kind of as a mock brad on the corners. They don't really go through and they don't really hold anything. I'm not really sure how many I'm going to use on here. So then what I do is I'll, put a couple of those out, and see what else I'm going to add. I know I'm going to use, my inks and things on there. I've had this sitting around. I didn't know if I wanted to use that. I don't know if I wanted to use any more of these. That's where I've used on this one, those two, and here, all of these are from, this is a K & Company piece. Then I got, also on Peachy Cheap, they had these brads. These are all fancy pants brads. And I guess those kind of match. And see, nah, that's a little too pink, although I do like the brown ones. So anyway, what I'll do is I will throw some things on the table like this. And frankly, I would probably walk away at this point and come back a little later. And usually when I walk in the room and I see this sitting here, things will look good and other things won't, and I'll remove the things that don't look good and go from there. Okay, another day has gone by and I let this all sit actually off camera yesterday. I changed this top piece, took off the frame, put this brown over the top, and I think I'm gonna just put some floral on this one and some of that. Left that like this. The top I'll add some more pieces. Then I need to, before I attach this for the little pocket, I'll do it this way. Before I attach this for the little pocket on the inside top here, I need to do a layer of the Mod Podge. Otherwise, once that's attached, I can't get underneath there and you end up with a weird little line that I don't like. So, okay, so that's where that's headed. And I have more, maybe stay away from the more pink flowers like that. And I can ink them. So, I guess that's the direction I'm going to go on this one, is more floral. Floral in the postcards. And then I'll find some other embellishments that I can put on here. And I'm thinking I'm going to make some little cardstock envelopes. And maybe stick, those on there. And, okay, we'll see where I go from there.